A Garage Geek 3-in-1. Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. So today I'm going to be covering 3 topics. Now before we get started, I just want to show this because Haul Yeah Comics recently showed this, and I wrote to him. I was like, if you're buying a lot of comics just for the gimmicks, be careful because you're going to run out of space fast, which is what I did. And he kind of wrote me back. He's like, dude, that happened a long time ago. And it's so true about us collectors. We will buy and buy and buy, and we don't care that we don't have enough space at home. We'll worry about that after we get home. So he showed this comic, and I wanted to say, oh yeah, I'm so guilty of that as well. I mean, I don't even really like Ron Lim art. This is a pretty cool cover though, and of course it's all shiny and embossed and gimmicky, so. And cheap. Like, this was from the dollar bin, I think. So I saw a video from Mark Morris, who is a YouTuber that I follow. Really am digging his videos. But he was commenting on a video from Gambler812, and that's spelled Gmbler 812. Gambler812 wants us to show 3 albums from artists that you would be shocked. Well, I'm very eclectic, so I don't think it would be difficult to shock you, but I'm going to show 3 that isn't kind of my normal thing and then discuss why. So I'm going to show this album. I really want to show this one because I love this kind of painted watercolor art, but the reason I'm showing this is I love to learn more about older music, especially from like the 20s and 30s. And so whenever I can pick up something pretty cheap that is a more modern person interpreting older songs from that era, I go ahead and grab it. This one is called After the Ball, a treasury of turn of the century popular songs, Joan Morris mezzo-soprano and William Bolcom piano. Number 2 that you might be surprised is that I am a big Decemberists fan. I really love their lyrics. I was originally attracted to them because of the album cover art, not this one, an older one, but yeah, I've really grown to appreciate their quirky music and their really intelligent lyrics. And the third one that you might be surprised, I'm a pretty big fan of Cassandra Wilson, and this is her tribute to Miles Davis. And this is my first introduction to her. When I was in Japan, I heard an interview with her on the local radio station, and from then on, I was hooked. So one of the interesting things she said is it was difficult to try to do a Miles Davis appreciation album without including trumpet. So I thought that was pretty interesting. For part 2 of this, we're going to talk about Summer 45s. Now, on my turntable is also a VC member that I recently started watching, and I think that was through Embryonic Robot, if I'm not mistaken. But he just did Summer 45s, and he's asking people to jump on the thread. So, of course, I'm going to leave links to the videos I referred to in my description, but he did his 5 per decade, and they're all summer related, which is really cool. I didn't take the time to go that in depth. I'm going to show some 545s and why I bought them. So the first 2, I'm trying to get into these older 45s. They often have more than one song on them. They're just like mini albums, and they're often quite expensive, but sometimes you can find deals, and I really love the covers. Now here's a Slim Whitman. I'm not embarrassed to say that I really enjoy Slim Whitman's music. And if you've seen the Tim Burton movie about the alien invasion, you know how they use Slim Whitman in that movie as a huge joke, which is fine because his music is quite hilarious, but he also has some songs that are very beautiful. Number 3, I will often buy 45s just for the sleeve art, and that's what I did for this one. I mean, this was $2, and look at that really cool art. In fact, I don't think I've listened to this one yet. So number 4, I'm going to show one that I recently bought, and that is Sinead O'Connor. I mean, look at that gorgeous 45, and this one is weird because it's a gatefold. I think, yeah, it's a gatefold 45, and unfortunately it's a little bent. It cost me $4 from Amoeba, but even though it's a little bent, I was like, nope, I want it. So the last one I'm going to show for two reasons. Number one, the Auditory Vinyl, who's Doug Anderson, he recently changed the title of his YouTube channel. And so if you're not aware of that, would you please click the link below and go watch one of his most recent videos and go ahead and sub. But I think he showed Bernadette Peters and the Vargas cover, and I was able to find the 45, and that's because of B-Sides. So B-Sides, a lot of my 45s I get from B-Sides. She has sales on her channel, and you can go ahead and bid. Now, Vinyl Richie likes to bid against me, although in his most recent video he said, oh, I didn't want to bid against such and such. And I was like, well, hey, wait, how come you don't want to bid against that guy, but you're more than happy to bid against me, Vinyl Richie? Okay, whatever. But no, I'm joking. Of course you can bid against me. And I love Vinyl Richie's channel. I love B-Sides channel. So the reason I'm showing this is because of the VC connections of three people. Okay, so we got Auditory Vinyl, B-Sides, and Vinyl Richie. Plus, that amazing Bernadette Peters, and I've seen her live in concert. Phenomenal. And that awesome Vargas art. You know, I changed my mind. I'm going to make this Garage Geek 2-in-1. I was going to do 5 magazines that I've been reading, and in order to add the art will take me a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this a Garage Geek 2-in-1. And I'm hoping that if you aren't familiar with the channels that I mentioned in this video, you will follow the links and subscribe to them. As always, this is the second video I made today. I hope you're down to watching 2 Garage Geek videos in one day. And I want to remind you all to please, please, please be more intelligent.